channel. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial inspired by my mom and how my mom does her makeup. And I got this idea from watching Alex Garza's video on her mom's makeup, and I thought it was just a really interesting idea for a video because me and my mom, while we both love makeup, we use different products and we do different techniques, and I thought it would be kind of cool to try how my mom does her makeup on me. So that's what I've done today with this look, and I think it actually turned out as one of the prettier looks that I've ever done on my channel because it is something a little bit different for me and something that I don't normally do. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and get into the makeup. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and get started. I have a little tray of makeup here with all of my mom's makeup in it. So that's what I'm going to be using today for this look. So her signature foundation that she pretty much always uses is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. She loves this foundation, and I think a lot of people who have drier skin love this foundation from the drugstore. I like it on myself if I don't need to wear it for a very long amount of time, because I do have a little bit of an oilier T-zone and it will break up a little bit, but I do like it. She uses the color N3, but she said sometimes that she will mix in just a touch of the Infallible to give it a little bit more staying power if she's going to be out a little bit longer. So that's what I'm going to do today, and the Infallible is in 105, so I'm just going to mix probably like 2 parts the Lumi and a little bit of this and use that as my foundation. And then one thing I noticed that my mom always does that I don't actually do is she takes her foundation up on her eyelids and like around her eyes. And I don't ever really do that, I guess because I use so much concealer around that area. I kind of don't put my foundation there. I don't know if that's normal. Do a lot of people who use like a lot of under eye concealer not take their foundation up that high, or is that just me? Like, I don't know. But I usually don't. But I'm going to put that on my eyelid and up under my eyes. Okay, so foundation's on. It actually looks really pretty. It's just kind of, those two mixed together give kind of like a really natural finish. Like you can see some shine like in some areas when I turn my head, but it's not like overly dewy. So I like how that looks. I'm going to move on to eyebrows, and she uses this pomade. I think the brand is Second Love. It came from Burke's, I know for sure, in espresso brown, and it's just kind of like any other eyebrow pomade, but I'm pretty sure this came from Burke's, and she said she really likes it, so I'm going to try that out today and just do my eyebrows how I normally would with that brow pomade. Okay, so that's it for the eyebrows. I actually like how that product looks. I mean, I feel like it looks just kind of like my eyebrows do normally, but maybe a little bit softer, so I like that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to go on to is eyeshadow. Sheesh, making a lot of noise. She uses her Maybelline Instant Age Rewind for a primer, so I'm just going to dot a little bit of that on my eyelids. And I'm just going to blend that in. My mom is not near as high maintenance with her makeup as I am. She could do this routine in like less than 10 minutes probably. Okay, so her everyday eyeshadow palette is the Lorac Unzipped. She really loves this palette because she loves like the warmer browns and like rosy tones like this. And also I wanted to mention this palette is going to be on sale in the 21 days of Ulta sale. If you're a platinum member, I think it's 50% off. I'm not sure what day it is. I'll figure that out and I'll put it in the video right here, but it's a beautiful palette of gorgeous rosy tones. So that's like her everyday colors. So I watched her do her makeup today, and I'm going to try to mimic the way that she did it. So the first color that she uses is this white color here called Undercover, and it's just a matte cream color. And she takes that in the inner corner of her eye and like up right here and underneath her eyebrow. and really brightens up that whole area. And my mom is really good at makeup. Her makeup always looks very pretty. She doesn't do it quite as dramatic probably as I do mine sometimes. Like, she doesn't do the winged eyeliner and stuff, but she's good at makeup. So I've grown up my whole life like seeing my mom do her makeup and stuff. So she really likes to lighten up that inner part and the brow bone. Okay, so then after that, she usually goes in with a crease color, and she just does like one crease color. She keeps it very simple. So I'm going to go in, let's see, find a brush that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the shade Unconditional. It's this matte, like, rosy brown. I'm going to use that for the crease color. This is a look that she does a lot. And she usually keeps her eyeshadow pretty rounded. It's not like blown out, kind of like I'll do mine sometimes. It's usually more of a rounded shape. So I'm going to try to do that. Okay, then I'm going to go in with a little bit of a deeper color because I feel like her eyeshadow is usually darker than this. It's not quite like this pinky. It's usually a little bit darker in that crease. So I'm going to go in with this deeper maroon color, and I'm just going to put that in the crease a little bit too, just to deepen it up just a little bit because I want it to look more like when she does her makeup. So I'm just going to... Okay, so now I've got my crease color done. She always goes on the eyelid with a really brightening, shimmery color because she likes to have a good contrast. She always talks about how she feels like that brings out her eyes more. So there's plenty of really pretty shimmery shades in this palette, but I think I'm going to use this one right here called Unreal. It's just like a shimmery pink. And I'm just going to use my finger. That is really pretty. I've never really used this palette, and it's really good. I kind of want one now. I don't have these, but I really like this one. I'm going to do eyeliner, and then I'll come back to the lower lash line. One thing that's really different about my mom and I's makeup routine is the eyeliner. She always uses a gel eyeliner, and that's actually not like my favorite form of eyeliner. I used to use it a lot, but I don't really anymore. So I'm interested to see me try to put this on because I haven't done it in a really long time. This is just the L'Oreal Lacquer Liner in Blackest Black. And this is the one that she uses a lot. So she just puts it on her upper lash line and her waterline. She doesn't do like a winged liner or anything. She just uses it to define her eyes, you know, like regular eyeliner. So yeah, I've not done gel eyeliner in a long time. Okay, I think that's about as even as I can get my eyeliner. I've not used gel eyeliner in so long. So, another thing that she does that I don't do at all is she puts the gel eyeliner on her waterline on the bottom. And I never put black in my waterline, like rarely ever. It just doesn't suit me. My mom and I have similar features in some aspects, but she has a lot more rounded eyes than I do. My eyes are definitely more of an oblong shape, so I never really use an eyeliner on that lower waterline unless it's to brighten. I don't use like a darkening one, but I'm going to do it today just because I want to really do how she does her makeup. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to love how this looks on me. Okay, so after I have my waterline done, I'm going to go back in with the eyeshadow because she always puts the same color she did in her crease underneath her lower lash line. So I'm just going to do a mixture of those two colors I used in the crease because I pretty much just mixed them in the crease. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with the eyeshadow. I'm going to move on to the face and then we'll come back and do mascara. So she uses the same concealer under her eyes, but she told me that once you get older, you can't pile concealer on like I do. So she just like barely goes in right there in the darkest part. She doesn't put a ton of concealer on, which I am bad to do that sometimes, but a lot of times I kind of just do this too, like especially if I'm in a hurry. So I'm just going to blend that out. And then I'm actually going to set that with the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette with this brown shade. Because she doesn't like a lot of powder, but she likes this palette. So I'm just barely going to put that under there to keep from creasing, which we didn't put a lot of product, so it shouldn't be a major issue. Then her favorite bronzer, we share the same favorite bronzer, and that's the Butter Bronzer. And she doesn't really contour, she just uses this bronzer. But I noticed that she went in with like a smaller brush to bronze under her cheekbones. So I'm going to use, let's see. Then she goes in with a fluffier brush for the bronzer on her forehead. So I'm just going to use this Real Techniques blush brush. And then her favorite everyday blush is the Tarte blush in Exposed. And she pretty much uses this color every day. And I think it's really pretty, but I've never used like more understated blushes like this, I feel like, so. Now for mascara, her all-time favorite mascara is Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme. She really likes this mascara, plus she says it comes off really easy when she washes her face, and she hates mascara that's hard to take off. So she loves what this looks like, and I guess how it wears and how it comes off, and it always looks really good. So this is something a little different for me. It's a bigger one, and it's kind of like loaded down with product. I've never used this one. I've used the Sumptuous, just the original, and I love it, but I don't think I've ever used this one. Well, while that's definitely extreme, I feel like it's pretty clumpy. She really likes this mascara, so maybe it just works better for her eyelashes, but I'm gonna have to let it dry on my eyelid and kind of flake it off because I got it on my face a little bit. But I'm gonna go on and finish off the look with lips, and then I'll fix that. She usually uses this Almay Smart Shade Butter Kiss in Nude Light as the first step, kind of like to prime her lips for lipstick. And you could just leave this on its own for a more natural day. But her favorite lipstick is Maybelline Touch of Spice, and she likes this under it because this is a little bit more drying. So okay guys, so that is it for how my mom does her makeup. I'm actually so pleased with how it turned out. It's a little bit different from how I normally do my makeup because I don't do my eyeliner like this, but I actually love it, and I think it looks so pretty, and it definitely resembles how my mom looks when she does her makeup, I feel like. But I love the colors that my mom always does her makeup in. They're always the rosy tones, very girly and feminine. And I think it's just cool to kind of mimic how she does her makeup because I've been doing my own for so long. You kind of forget that like she's the person who you like kind of learn makeup from. I know if you've ever watched like your mom or your aunt or even your grandma like do their makeup, you always kind of want to like mimic how they do it, and I feel like I've always like watched my mom do her makeup because she is super into makeup as well. So it's cool to go back and try out the techniques that she uses and like the products and stuff, and see that it's actually really pretty too, even though it's a little bit different than how I usually do my own. So I would love to hear down below. Maybe tell me something, if you ever watched like your parents or family members do their makeup as a child, like what's something specific that you remember. I would love to hear that. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe as always, and I hope I'll see you guys in my next one.